Oh, God damn. All right, that was a good intro. What's going on, guys? Oh. All righty. Welcome to yes, an impromptu live stream. Yeah, not I was gonna go to sleep, but it kind of worked out, and I think I put in too many scoops of pre-workout, so now I'm kind of all hyped up. So I decided, instead of doing nothing or playing video games, when I'm hyped up, I'm not good at games. I just die a lot. So anyone who plays PlayStation 4 here, add me up. I'd love to play with you. I normally do Modern Warfare so far. I've been playing a few games now, Final Fantasy, I suppose, but I don't know. Just can't finish that damn game, man. It's hard. It's hard. I didn't even check who's streaming right now. So let's see. Zuan Hardy family. I have no idea what you just said. I'm guessing that's in a foreign language. I hope. But yeah, I hope you didn't curse me out or something. But all right, let's see what's going on around YouTube. I'm pumped. All right. Okay, so Rogue 160 is streaming. I know the guys in Collecting Weekly are done, according to them, the last time I joined them. I think their After Dark was a couple of days ago. Let's see. What's up, Mario? What up? All righty. Mario, did you pre-order anything with that Sideshow Con? I was going to talk about that too. Hey, living the life, my man. Living the life. Hey, Mario, you know what? We talked about, on After Dark. We should, like, me, you, Danny, we should, like, get to... I don't know. Have you guys thought of going to Chicago? This way I can tour you guys around. Because if we go to San Antonio, I mean, I guess we can see the Collecting Weekly guys. But where are we going really in San Antonio? Is there like a tour spot there? Because I went to Texas in Dallas. And no offense to Dallas, but I think we were done touring their city by noon. So, if I want to go somewhere, you want to get some sightseeing and stuff like that too, man. So I know here in Chicago, man, we got places to go to. I can tell you that. We got some tourists that, some relatives that come over. And it normally takes us around 3 days, and that is nonstop, like walking, just to get the full view. Man, Mario, yeah. So my wife is from Texas, and we go there like at least once or twice a year. We went there last year. I don't know in California. I have never been to California, by the way. I would love to go there one of these days, maybe after the pandemic and whatever. But man, Texas is weird because I was driving. First and foremost, their speed limit is high. I believe it's around, in Chicago, it's 55, but no one really goes 55. It's like 65 or something. And then they got a weird exit. I mean, at least the one in Dallas where my wife is from. Because in Chicago, before you can exit, you're driving and then you go to an exit. And, it like goes around and whatever, and then you exit and then you're in the real street. I guess in the place that we went to, it's like highway, and then there's like a little turn in here, and that's like a strip mall or something, which is really weird for me because in Chicago, we got to exit and you got to go to the streets. There's a stoplight. With them, like you go out, you just make a turn, and that's a restaurant right there, and then you go out again, and that's highway again. It's like, okay, that's I mean, for me, that's a bit strange, but I guess if you're from Texas, it's okay. But I definitely agree with you, man. Texas, the barbecue there. What's up, Zach? We're just talking about Texas, man. Me and Mario are coordinating some plans here. Hey, man, I don't know if you are down to, well, not now because everything's in shambles, going to Chicago to maybe if there's a con or something. I don't know, Mario. Is there any cons in Chicago? I know we got some Wizard Con or something like that. I'm not into it, but I'll go with you guys. or any like Comic Con, maybe next year or something. Hopefully there's. I've never been into any cons whatsoever, so. Zach said he felt his ears ringing. Yeah, man. We're talking about Texas, bro. And Mario says you got to see the Jordan statue in United Center. Yeah, Mario, it's actually open year round, and they put it inside now. It used to be outside of UC. Now they put it in. Mario, which place in California? Because I heard like California is big. That if you're going, I've never been there, so I don't know. That if you go, for example, to LA, it's far from another place. Let's say from the Golden Gate Bridge or so. Is there like a night? If you're a tourist like myself, is there like a pattern that I need to follow? Like go here first. Because like in Texas, man, Texas is huge. It's like a country. So I got a cousin in because my wife's family is from Plano, and my cousin and my uncle is from McAllen. And I thought it was like, Texas. We can drive. They didn't tell me it was like 13 hours or 8 hours, something like that. It's like, God damn, that's like the same state. Why is it so far? I don't understand. But damn, but the good thing about McAllen, at least in my cousin's place, man, they got a big house, huge, and something that I probably won't be able to attain here. Not that I want to live in McAllen specifically, because they're right by the border. Like they literally cross the border to buy cigarettes and alcohol, and because they said it's cheaper out there, like taxes and whatever. So what's up, Kev? What's going on, my man? Just hanging out here, nothing really planned for tonight. So I just went live, got way too much something in my system, and I won't be able to sleep. It's like 10:30 here, and me and my wife were supposed to watch some exciting shows for adults, which is Dateline, but we ran out of episodes, so she's doing her own thing. Zach says, got to get my kid to bed, but love y'all. Hey, love you, Zach. All right, man. Take care. Mario says there's a big gap of nothing between SoCal and NorCal. If you stick with driving up PCH, there are beautiful sights. Maybe I should do that. I don't really know, Mario, I guess the pattern of what I should do. That's why I guess I'm a bit scared to go to California. I've always wanted to, but it's not like Florida. You go to Miami, you stay there. In California, there's a lot of sea, but like you said, there's a lot of driving in between. But if I go there, man, I'm gonna hit you up in Danny. Are you close to Danny, by the way, Mario? That would be nice. Have you guys even, met up to some con or something? That'll be sweet. Oh yeah, Mario, you told me you are next to, is it you or Danny that's next to Sideshow? Man, if I was living in California, I'd probably go to like, I don't know, maybe I get invited to Sideshow or something. I don't know. Maybe not. They probably won't want to work with me since I've been reviewing third-party figures too. So Kev says, congrats on new Soup's figure. Love that Heat Vision head sculpt. Hoping to pick up eventually. Yeah, Kev, man, it's a good figure. As a matter of fact, I don't know if he's in the chat or not, or if he's watching, but I got to give credit. I think I gave him a shout out to John. He's here. He normally joins the chat, but I'm a bit late today. But yeah, he hooked me up with that. I got it early, but I reviewed it late. So it didn't really matter, I suppose. But it's still, he hooked me up, man. A good price, a good guy. He has a store now. You guys will see him here every once in a while. He pops up. Let me find out what his store name is. But yeah, I mean the shipping. He didn't charge me for shipping as well, and no tax. That's the beauty of it. And we got like a fellow collector in here. Off the racks. Yeah, let me give you the exact website. It is, so if you guys are planning to pick up something, he has a store now, offtheracks.com. So yeah, go check that out. If you're looking for something, you don't want to pay shipping or whatnot, hit him up. Nice guy, very good guy, man. So Mario says Danny and I are far from each other. I'm close to Disneyland and it's close to San Francisco. All right. Oh man, I've never been to Disneyland. Zach says, Optical, next week maybe you, Dean, and Zhao can do a stream. Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I thought Zhao was gonna be in one of your like After Dark. You know, he's been killing it lately with third party, man. I know me and Zhao are going to the same place, 1/6 corner. We've been working. I don't know if Zhao is working with my the person that I know there, which is Jenny. Just found out her name today. But yeah, that's my go-to now for third party, which I ordered a bunch. That's what I'm going to talk about. That's the title of my stream today, because man, I think I went too overboard today. But okay, so Zach says he has been killing it once. It wants to hop on. Yeah, man, I think he's based in China, and so that's why he gets the third party pretty quickly. I was gonna get that the Juggernaut, because I got a good price of it, but it's too damn heavy, man. That the shipping is almost, from what I heard, it's like $70 or so. The figure itself is not bad. The shipping, since it's too heavy, so I decided not to. So, but I know he reviewed it, and you know, good for him, man. He's been killing it lately. He reviewed. It came out recently, and they told me if I want. They asked me if I want to get it. The Bullet Head Joker. Doesn't look too good, so I'm gonna pass on that. Kev says Hot Toys era Doc Ock figure from Spider-Man 2 gonna for pre-order. Yet stoked for Doc Ock. Have a cheap Toy Biz Doc Ock that's decent for a cheap 12-inch figure. Kev, it is up for pre-order now. Go to 16corner.com if you're going to. The reason I say that is I think it's 212 on 16corner, and use my code, because use Optical 20, you get some discount off. And if you're not in a hurry, you can do the free shipping. They'll offer free shipping too, which is mostly what I get. So they don't charge tax. I don't know where you're from, Kev, but they don't charge tax. Shipping is free, so I think it's a good deal if you're not in a hurry, because right now, because of the pandemic and whatnot, shipping is taking a bit longer than usual. Normally, their free shipping is around 12 days. You know, if you pay for the faster shipping, it will be like 5 to 6 days, maybe even sooner. Because I got my Joker, my SW Toys Joker, really quick. And goddamn for that SW Toys Joker, man. That opened a whole new door for me that I didn't want to open. But yeah, Kev, use my use my name, like Optical 20, where you're checking out, and you know, you get a little bit off there. Not a whole lot. But yeah, so guys, let's talk about the Sideshow Con. I know we talked about it like last time, but okay, I'll put it here. I'll put it on the banner. Give me 1 sec. I'll put it right now. Man, I was doing my my Twitch, and now I just stopped. It's probably not a good idea. All right, Kev, let me put it up here. Okay. There you go. I mean, that's where I go to. I mean, I like them, so. And all right, so Marty says Justice League suits look great. I love the vibrancy of the suit. Yeah, man. Mario, I thought you said shoes too. This is like you're paying attention to the shoes now. That's cool. But yeah, man, I love that Justice League Superman. I have two. Somebody commented, and I get it, like he's too similar to VVS, and that's a valid point. I could overlook that though, because there's only like 3 Superman so far. We got Man of Steel, BVS Superman, and what do you call it? And this Justice League Superman. And you can call it a repaint, I suppose, because it technically is. But how many Iron Man repaints we got? So I can live with 3 Supermans. You know, I'm okay with that. Now, once it reaches to 4 or 5 and 6, When it comes to like 7 Supermans that's our repaint, then I'll kind of slow down. But this one is, I guess, a bit special because it comes with 2 heads, so I'm definitely okay with that. What else we got? Okay, so as far as the Sideshow Con, are you guys any excited of whatever it is? Initially, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was excited for Cable. I was really excited for Cable, and when the excitement wear off, after a couple of days, I didn't even pre-order it. I guess it was just like initial because it looks like a great figure. I would love to hear your comments on this one, guys, because after a while, once it just completely soaked into me, I figured that I don't really need a Cable. I mean, I got a Deadpool. It might change. I guess I'm in a different mindset right now. Maybe that kind of pushed me away from Cable as well. Not completely pushed away, but I was thinking it was like almost like 270. And then after taxes and shipping, I'll probably pay around $300 for it. Shipping would be like $23 for sure. So that's $293. I don't think you can apply coupon for pre-orders. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't ordered in Sideshow in a while. I'm always ordering now from Big Bad, but as you know, I don't know what's up with Big Bad Toy Store, man. Why are they overcharging $15? And I get it. It would still be a bit cheaper than Sideshow. But boy, that sounds, are they making up for the shipping? Because right now, if you're strategizing, and hey man, I love Big Bad. I support them fully. I still have my pre-orders with them. I just don't know what's going on. Why they're charging $15 more? I'm afraid to ask because they might take out their sponsorship with me. So I don't know. So, but going back to the Sideshow Con, looking back at it now, I was excited about Cable. A few stuffs there as well. Wonder Woman was good, but at the end of the day, like Wonder Woman, I'll probably just buy the head sculpt. Nothing really just excited me too much. And, I'm sure Star Wars fans, there's a lot to be excited about with Anakin. I forgot about that Mario Mech Test Stark. That's pretty good as well. But don't you think it's a bit overpriced though, Mario, for $310? I don't know. And I don't want to hear this argument that it's not Hot Toys that putting the price up, because I only comment on the price that I'm paying to. They could be $80 in Hong Kong, but I can't pick it up for $80 in Hong Kong. It's still it's still pretty expensive, but I don't know, man, because that, I guess it's still cheaper than if you buy it from eBay, and a better quality, I suppose. So, I mean, if you think about it that way, but man, $310. I'm getting spoiled with this third-party figures, man. Like Zhao, I've been kind of diving into that recently, and they're so much cheaper because they got no tax. Shipping is free. And some of the figures are just, almost the same Hot Toys quality. And, almost. Don't quote me on that, but almost there. So let me go back to the chat real quick. All right. So, hey, Marco, what's going on, man? Nice to see you in here. Kev says, begging for a decade for a Reeves DX Hot Toys. Kev, me too. I got the DX Reeves, as you can see from right here in the back. But hey, I'm going to be down for the DX figure, one that he's like removing his, removing his jacket and all that stuff, that iconic scene. Mario pre-ordered Anakin with Snap and Mech Test. All right, and Mario says maybe the low cost of shipping is affecting Big Bad, and you might be true, Mario. And now with Big Bad, I feel like the strategy is to do their what do you call that? The pile of loot. Because imagine if you have 3 figures on pile of loot, they would ship for $4 instead of almost $66 from Sideshow. So that's like $62 difference right there. I think that's where you're really, because as far as taxes, everyone charges taxes now, unless you live in Florida, I believe. So that's a moot point now. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm still buying from Big Bad. I'm just gonna use a strategy. a little bit more than I don't know, man. And Erwin says highly considering Deadpool 2 for that cable. Man, Erwin, I got Jenny from China, and she told me, man, they're gonna re-release apparently, because the 1/6 corner guys, I believe they're close to Hot Toys factory. I believe there's gonna be a second wave of Deadpool, so you guys might want to hold on to that if you are planning to buy a Deadpool 2. I believe there are. Don't quote me on that though, but from what I heard from her, that is the case. Kev says, I'm keeping my Toys Era cable and my double dip on cable to display with robotics showing if do order Hot Toys version. That's a good idea, Kev. 2 displays, Kev, you got to pick up that. If you are down with the Deadpool line, you should get a Juggernaut from Toys Era. It looks great. Get that. I don't know if you already have the Colossus. That's good too. What's up, Danny? And Mari says all Hot Toys are overpriced. Best to get while it's available at retail than paying for ridiculous after market price. Yeah, man. So you guys were here when Justin was here. Man, I never thought that when I did the stream initially. When I started the stream, it's a filler back then. Because I didn't have any new figures. It was pandemic. So I decided, hey, you know what? Just to keep the channel going, I'll put in a stream, like a podcast type. No one's probably going to listen, but it's all right. It's keep the channel going. You gotta keep the links going for Big Bad. But so far, man, it's nothing but good experience. I've met some really good folks. Talking to you guys. What's PJ? And then the Collecting Weekly guys. And then one time we got Uncle Clip, on the chat, which I would try to get him one of these days if he graces us with his presence, if he agrees, get him one of these days in this live stream. Like Uncle Clip was a pioneer. Actually, he's the one that I always watched back in the day when I was doing. I wasn't even doing videos back then. I think this is back around 2010 or 11. It's just, it's fun. It's fun watching him. I will try to convince him to come back. I guess you can call him the original Justin back then, because he's importing figures from Hong Kong, and he always get it fast. And with Uncle Clip, though, you got to put the volume down if you got kids, or you got to put headphones on, because he curses a lot, and that is the funny part of it. That's why I love watching him. But yeah, I hope one of these days we get him here. And we got Justin last week, so it is fun, man. This entire streaming thing became like an all-star all of a sudden. I see some people that I never thought I would meet, or even talk to. Maybe one of these days we get the Nobi too. I would love to hear his inputs too. The Nobi's one of the OG as well. Who else is in there? Shark. I don't think he'll come over. He's different era as well. He's he reviews other toys, not just 1/6. So I watched him, but not a whole lot. But yeah, man, it has been a fun ride. But going back to Justin. That was he mentioned about the prices of Hot Toys, and he got a point, but from a buyer's perspective, especially for us, like in the US, it's not like we have any choice. So we can blame Sideshow all we want from putting up the prices, but who's giving it to Sideshow? You know what I mean? Or do we have any choice? Our other choice to import it from Hong Kong, which is not really that much of a difference. It's actually more expensive if you think about it. So should we just take it then? Should we just, this is the only time we can vent, I suppose. So, I see the point there, but I don't know, man. And Kev says, Woo Toys Fat Thor. I've seen that, Kev. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put that in my collection, but it looks pretty cool. And Kev says, third party just seems like getting so much from third party companies for the prices. Ern says, thanks. Yeah, Erwin, just hold off for now, or if you see a good price, go get it. because they might not do a second run. I don't know. That's what I heard. Danny says to see Uncle Clip on YouTube again would be cool. Yeah, man, I'm gonna lobby for that. Bring back Uncle Clip. Put hashtag on it, even though I don't have a Twitter. Mario says Uncle Clip collab with me would be legendary, dude. One of these days, man. One of these days, we'll get him out there. Kev said, so everybody hates Redmond, but love the affordable secondhand customs that able to afford. Dude, now that you mentioned that, Kev, that is one thing that I want to ask Uncle Clip, because Uncle Clip back then not hated, but he got a strong, I'm sorry, not hated, that's a strong word. He has a strong opinion on custom figures. Now, I think there's a difference between custom and third-party figure. Third-party is mass-produced. I guess custom. No, well, Redman is not custom. Custom is like, I guess, like Elvis 1979 or something. But they were expensive back then when I was starting. When I started around 2011 or 12, man, a Chewbacca is worth like $900 to $1,000. Third party, mass produced, not as good as a custom figure, but nowadays they're half the price of Hot Toys. So I'm really looking into that, really closely, because I gotta do that, man. I gotta save my money sometimes. So Kev said everybody hates Redmond. Yeah, I gotta check one of Redmond's figures then. Hey, what up, Unique 1/6 Figs, man? Do it. Hey Frank, I messaged you, man. Me and Mario, we gotta do a live stream one of these days, man. Like all three of us. So let's make it happen. I texted you. I don't know if you guys still got the same number though, but Aaron says, anyone remembers Hot Chicks Cool Toy Review, the Bomb Show? Love them, but they're also gone. I think I remember them, Erwin. They're like the husband and wife, right? Yeah, their intro is like something exploding and whatever. Yeah, man. I feel like there's a live shelf on this YouTube / hobby thing because they're expensive, and that's why I give Justin so much props, man. He was able to sustain it. When he was coming up, I thought, man, this guy is crazy because he's just buying from Hong Kong left and right. But he was able to sustain it. What 3-4 years later, he's still going strong, man. So kudos to him. Mike says, hey, up to one question. What Batman Hot Toys is better for you, Justice League or BVS? Ooh, Batman Hot Toys. Honestly, I like the BVS better. I like the look of BVS better. The cowl. The only thing going on for Justice League, I would say, is the second head sculpt. That's really good. Now it comes down to price, I would say. Because Justice League Batman, I believe, is still available. If you're going to pay more for BVS, don't. Just get the Justice League then. Mario says going way back with the Bomb Show. Yeah, I don't really. Did they even take off completely? Like, I think they got stuck at around, maybe like 5,000 subscribers or so. It is deflating, man. You're making videos, you're doing live stream, no one's watching you. There was a point where I got, just like I said before, got really deflated, man. And also eventually you're gonna run out of funds to fund your channel. So that's another thing. And once you stop, you got to be creative. If you're not buying new Hot Toys or new 1/6, then you got to be creative with what your content is, and that's not always that easy. Kev says Redmond's lost boy David. Okay. And Erwin says definitely up there with OGs. Jay and Wendy were killing it with the 6 scale reviews. All right. Kev says sorry, big movie fan. Hey, same here, Kev. I was going to ask you guys too, because so far I'm going to be off the next week. So give me some movies that I need to watch, guys, because I was in and you guys can tell it to Zach and the Collecting Weekly guys. Mario brought up Breaking Bad, and Zach has not seen a single episode of Breaking Bad. It broke my heart. The best TV show ever made. And if you guys disagree, I would love to hear your best TV show ever. But to me, Breaking Bad is up there with Game of Thrones, man. Game of Thrones just kind of like, It was really good, and then just went downhill. But yeah, you haven't seen it, Mario and Danny. You gotta. I don't think Danny has seen Breaking Bad either. What is wrong with you guys, Danny? My goodness, Danny, that is your assignment when you get home or something. You know, next time you get a day off or something. Season 1 of Breaking Bad is really slow. You might not even like it. You might even stop because it's just not exciting. But once you progress to the story, man, it's so addicting. It gets really good. All right, going back to the chat here. Justin gets the Hot Toys cookies right out of the oven crazy fast. Yup, Kevin, and he pays a price for that, man. So kudos to that guy. Erwin says, any plans on getting Hot Toys 2099 Spidey? No, Erwin. I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah, can't keep up with that Spider-Man releases, man. Even though historically, Spider-Man does really good for my channel. Any Spider-Man that I review, that's the only, I guess, that's the only figure that was on like almost 2 million views for me is Spider-Man, and all the other Spider-Mans are up there like 30, 40, 50,000 views too. So Danny says, I've been curious to get Redman's Tombstone figures. Mario says, what kind of movies do you like? Mario, anything. I'm more of a like, I don't know, man, like action movies or something like Seven, you know, just to give you an example of movies that I like. Seven, you know, those kind of movies. I even like, what do you call that? Any action movies, man. SWAT. Sicario was a really good movie that I liked. Any superhero movies, I've probably seen all of them. At least the you know, like Marvel and DC ones. So Kev says the Netflix new Transformers. I had not watched Breaking Bad. Guys, you guys are breaking my heart here by not watching the best TV show ever. And it's on Netflix. Please give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. Swear to God. And Nick says, hey, what's going on, Nick? Welcome to the chat. Hey, man, are you into 1/4 Hot Toys? And if so, which ones would you like to see in the future? Nick, I'm not into quarter scale. Too big for my... I already run out of space. So 1/6 is like the perfect size for me. But if I would love to see a quarter scale figure made, a better Joker figure. You know, the one with like a rooted hair. Not that crap that we got from Hot Toys, man. I'm sorry if you guys own that. It's you know, it's, I don't think it's worth that much in my opinion. So Mario says Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones are 1 and 2 of all time. Which one would you go first, Mario? Breaking Bad? Who would you put in the top? I would put Breaking Bad first. I'll put Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. It's a tie between Dexter and maybe The Walking Dead. So, because Walking Dead, I just stopped watching altogether. I don't know. I just, I don't know, man. I just didn't like it anymore. Irvin says Netflix, give it a shot. Godless. All right, I'm gonna take a look at that. Danny says I want the classic Spidey. Hell yeah, Danny, classic Spidey. And I hope they announce the Tobey Maguire Spidey, even from the game. That's what I was waiting for. Imagine if we get that and we get Doc Ock. My goodness. Oh, Marcus says watching the NBA is not bad. All right. You know what? I watched some highlights, Marco, of the what do you call that? The Lakers and Clippers game. That was a pretty good game, man. And it wasn't weird. You know, like I've seen wrestling. If you guys are into wrestling or whatever, I'm not into anymore, but I still watch it every once in a while. I've seen WWE the other day, and it's kind of weird without fans on it. I watched UFC one time with no fans on it. It was decent, but I guess because WWE is staged, that's why it's just so weird watching them without any fans. So Kev says Batman Beyond Stoke, Hot Toys. Okay. Irwin's asking wishlist properties for 1/6 scale. For me, Irwin, Troy. If I can get Troy, that'll be good. Or Face Off. Man, if I can just get a Castor Troy. Well, that's weird because I said Troy. Troy the movie, Brad Pitt, and then Face Off. And I would love to get those two golden guns for Castor Troy. That would be pretty sweet. Even just two figures, I'll be fine with that. Kevin says, watch Breaking Bad many times over. Love Tuco. Oh man, Tuco's the best. Danny says Dexter was good. I've seen that. Danny, I've seen. I think I owned every episode. I've owned every season of Dexter. That show was good. The first season was amazing. I think first two seasons was amazing. The other ones are still, the other season is still pretty good, but not like the first season. First season was always good. And Mario says Breaking Bad is my top. I agree, Mario. Breaking Bad, man. Nick says, do you have the Ludens figure and thoughts on that? What is that, Nick? I gotta check that out. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Erwin says, I think 3-0 release Breaking Bad figures. Ooh, Erwin, now that you mentioned that, my goodness. Oh, shit. I almost dropped the money. 3-0, my man. So I got this and Jesse. Boy, they were almost giving this away back then. Back in the day. I think I got this for like $80 at Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know how much they go for now, but it is pretty good, man. For 1/6 scale. I reviewed this a while back too, so this is pretty good. If you can cop this for less than 200, I would say go for it. Visit 1/6 Corner. They have a kit that they're selling for this. So Kev's thoughts on Zombie Iron Man Mysterio version. That base is so wicked. Yeah, man. Kev, I gotta tell you, man, I mean, the price is ridiculous. $420, first and foremost. Not gonna dip into that. Way too much money for something that I believe is it's not gonna make or break your. I mean, is it cool? Yes, but I think the it'll wear off. Honestly, like the excitement once you get it, it looks pretty cool. That's what happened to my Mark I Ultron. Got it. I thought it was pretty cool, and eventually, I just don't know what to do with it. It's standing there. But I guess if you have the Mark I Ultron, you can put them side by side, I suppose. But yeah, 420. It is a good base, though, Kev. I must admit, it is a very good base. It lights up. The figure is not die cast, and I heard it was supposed to be $310, and Sideshow marked it up almost $90. But honestly, even at $310, I think it's overpriced. That's just me. I'm not even a huge Iron Man fan, yet I do have a lot of Iron Man because, let's face it, they're really cool. But boy, I don't know. I don't know about that, Kev. Are you gonna pick that up? Nick says, this one, not sure if you have seen it. Which one? The Ludens? I would love to see that, man. Let me know the name of the figure. Kev says, save rewards toward it. My plan, Iron Zombie. Hey, man, if you can kind of knock off. Here's the thing that I don't know, man. I guess rewards and this is my opinion, just an opinion, man. I work in a finance industry, so my take on rewards and payment plans is a bit different than most. Because I look at it kind of like an investment sort of portfolio when you're playing around with your money. I never put that into factor because if you think about it, rewards are like cash. So it doesn't make the figure cheaper just because you put the rewards on it. It doesn't make, for example, for me, again, it doesn't make the Zombie Iron Man cheaper. It's still $420. You're still buying a $420 figure. Yes, you're paying cheaper, but if you think about it, I guess what I'm trying to go here is that the actual figure, regardless of how many reward points you have or not, is still $420. And now you got to ask yourself, is this worth $420 to you? If it is, so be it. But like reward points, and I get some of my friends who doesn't want to buy from Big Bad because Big Bad does not offer flex pay. And my retort to that, because again, working in finance, I actually manage a finance industry here, is that Yeah, it is. It's more expensive. Yeah, it's the same price, even if you break it down to like, is it cheaper if you do that? Yeah, but my fear is that it gives you the false impression that the figure is cheap, and it gives you the false impression that you're not buying figures every month. That's if I mean if you can, support your like your hobbies and everything, that's good. But I would say try to avoid flex pay in terms that I think it gives you the like that idea that, hey man, it's broken down anyway. But at the end of the day, you bought a $400 figure, so that's just my point here. But if you can like manage that, then good for you guys. Kai says, I'm also addicted to 1/6, especially third party figures. I've been getting so spoiled by them now. I'm getting all the characters I've always wanted. Kai, I was getting into that, man. I was gonna get into that to the halfway. I have a plan now because I'm a one man podcast, so I guess I'll just jump into it because I do have I don't do show sheet because it's nothing. I just go with the flow. So going into that third party, so I was so happy. I think I was finally turning the corner because this past 3 weeks I sold 12 figures, and finally my display pieces I could space them out because, as you can see, they all cramped up and you can't really appreciate them if they're like looking like this. Like, all you haven't seen my shelf here. So I was so happy that I sold 12 figures, and I got rid of my one of my pieces that I love, which is the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings. I sold them for a decent price, and I was like, all right, got rid of 12 figures. That's a lot. Probably not going to buy anymore. I just told myself, hey, this is my chance. Just let it be. Just space it out. I have an idea on how I wanted to do my channel moving forward, and that doesn't involve buying too much figures anyway. Just stretching out what I have. So I was going to roll with that. And then I bought SW Toys Joker, which is this guy right here. It was really good, SW Toys, and I bought it for $114, maybe even less, $114. So I figured, it was like, hey man, it's good. And then when I bought from the guys at 1/6 corner, I guess I got spoiled like you, Kai, about the third party figure. That I was just like, hey, you know what? Let me message this guys because just maybe they can send it to me faster or give me a discount or something. Which they give me, like, they offer like a little discount. They're they're starting up, so they're not that huge. I think Zhao uses them every once in a while as well, and then my eyes just got open to a whole new door of third party, man. I never wanted to buy third party to begin with before. Only because, not because I'm a snob with third party, is because I felt like they're going to be hard to get rid of. I recycle my figure all the time, because I'm not, I buy them and then sell them off just to get another figure, just to do a review. But I felt like third party is going to be hard to get rid of because they're cheaper and they're third parties. But after researching a little bit, man, I see these third parties are expensive too once they go out of sale, once they go out of circulation. Like, I believe correct me if I'm saying this wrong, Pangea or something. Because I was looking for Achilles from Troy. Boy, that figure is going for 500, and it's not even licensed. And then I started doing some research. And then I really like Magtent, I believe from X-Men. It's like Magneto. Came out a while back, maybe 4 years ago. It's going for decent amount of money as well, something that I wouldn't pay for third party. So I figured, man, so for one, Hot Toys, and we're going to discuss this later on, and Hot Toys, the one that they make, Hot Toys does not do. For example, the X-Men line, their Cyclops was really good, the Toys era Cyclops. Beast was kind of funny but still looking okay. And if you check out this website, 1/6 Corner, they got, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with third party, some are not, like myself, until recently. They have like a Quicksilver from So Toys that is worth $113. And then they got Shawshank Redemption there for $100. So I was just, God damn, I can buy two of these And there's no way Hot Toys is going to make Dufresne ever. And there's also the guy from Inception. I forgot his name. So it's just like, man, I can buy 2 of them for Hot Toys price, and they don't even charge for tax. So that opened a whole new door. So in short, I sold 12 figures, and then I just found myself, I was talking to Jenny from 16 Corner. Man, I just ordered like 9. So be ready to be bombarded with third-party figures in the next couple of months. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I think it's bad for me because now I just found this new door that I don't want to close. So, all right, let's go back to the chat here real quick. And Mario says rewards doesn't make the figure cheaper, but saved up free money is easier on the wallet in the end. I agree, Mario. And you know what? Like speaking of rewards, I hope you guys go to if you haven't done so, join a group. Because Sideshow was giving up rewards. I think I got $30. I don't know how much you guys got. I think I got like $30 or so, and which is pretty awesome because they're free money. Even though I don't buy from Sideshow anymore, I'll save that up, and then when there's time to buy something, you know, I'll use them up. But yeah, that's what Sideshow does. Is this they kind of like, you know, make you think that it's getting cheaper, but at the end, it's really not that cheap. And Mari says, I tend to use reward points to cover shipping and some tax. Danny says, yep, he uses the $25 coupons. Nick says, it's asking most underrated figure in my opinion. That's a good question, Nick. I would say, and people got a lot of hate with this before because the neck is Daredevil figure. The Daredevil from Hot Toys. They're trying to, I wouldn't say they're giving them away, but definitely underrated in my opinion. I think it's a good figure. Who else is very underrated? The most recent one I would say is Aquaman. The new Aquaman. I mean, it doesn't move or anything, so I wouldn't call it underrated, but it's better than I thought it would be. Oh, okay, I take that back. It's not underrated. It's just properly rated. Erwin says, yep, totally agree with having cramped space. You'll appreciate less when not having enough space. Yeah, Erwin, man. When I have space, you appreciate the Asmus more. Like all of my collectors in my collection here, when they're all cramped up, standing, I look like a freaking toy store. I don't like it. This one is still pretty okay, but I got a shelf that's just bad. I have to do another collection tour. Kai says he collects mostly video game characters, and mainstream companies don't really do those. I agree, Kai. I don't know if you like what's that game that just came out? The Last of Us, but I pre-ordered those. Joel and Ellie, and I also pre-ordered the Red Dead Redemption from 16 Corner. Forgot the name of the guy, but yeah, I'm a big time gamer too, so I love video game characters. Viking said, just a heads up to everyone that the 16 crouching bat signal Dark Knight by Kotobukiya fits perfectly on the back, either Hot Toys, Tumblr. Oh, nice. Good tip, Viking. All right, let's see. Kai says he's huge into Resident Evil, and SW Toys mainly does that. Man, I don't even know. Is it Kai? Are you talking about the big guy? Forgot his name. The villain from that. I want to see that too. And Kai says, when it comes to my video game characters, they stay with me forever. And yes, they do go up in crazy price because their characters still not produced by mainstream companies. I agree. Erwin says, in general, 16 figure collecting goes way deep. License or not, there are tons of characters for everyone. I agree, Erwin. And now owning different scale, I think I found my scale a long time ago, which is 16, but I kind of dove into 1/9, 1/12, quarter scale, a few, not really, I think 16 scale is the perfect medium for me, at least personally. So Kev says, love my first So-So Toys first version Pink Floyd shirt. Yep. Quicksilver. Kai says Cobb from Inception. There you go. That's his name, Cobb. Urban says Grails were the unlicensed saving private. Oh man, they do have that? I didn't know that. I gotta check that out. What's up, Comic Land? Toys Era Colossus, Hot Toys Ghost Rider TV version, a favorite. Man, that Ghost Rider back in 2015 was going for a lot of money. I don't know about now. I know there's a third party that came out with Ghost Rider before, with the motorcycle lighting up and all that stuff. Man, I wish I would collect the third party figures back then. I wish I did. Kind of kicking myself now. Now I just I'm trying to catch up, but that means I think I'm gonna slow down a little bit on Hot Toys as well, because it's a different feeling, I suppose, from completing a line, for example, the Avengers, uh, to having different characters, and it's a slippery slope as well, because you might dive into like a license that you don't even know. So, and then for all you know, you have like 12 unlicensed figures. So, oh, and Kev says Asmus Gimli very underrated. I agree, man. Kev, that Asmus Gimli feels and looks like a Hot Toys, and it's $200. So I definitely agree with that. So for those who are speaking of Asmus, I'm gonna put the link down below, guys. I'm gonna need your help. So because I got picked on one of those, they got an Asmus contest going on. So I'll put the link, just like the picture of Gimli that I put in there. So I'll probably win their Aragorn. So I, not probably, but I wish I would win their Aragorn. Speaking of that Aragorn, so for any Lord of the Rings fans here, which I am, have you guys seen that Aragorn from Asmus? It is disappointing to some people, to say the least. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know, so I'm going to share my screen here. Asmus is doing a sale, and if you're Lord of the Rings fans, I know there's not a whole lot in this in my stream here. They're running a sale right now, so if you spend $220, you get this Godfather figure. But I purchased this guy, the Witch King, I believe his name is. Yeah, he appeared like really shortly in Fellowship of the Ring. I bought this for $150. I think it's a good price because most third party are $150 anyway. This guy is available now, Eomir, for $150. So this is a good figure. This too, fantastic figure. I can't speak for this other two right here, but they're the details are amazing. So for $150 with no tax and free shipping, I'll jump on it if you don't have it yet. I got both of these guys and they're amazing, so I can't recommend them enough. I think they're on sale now for $150. So jump on this. But so their Aragorn is not a bad price, $195. I think this head sculpt is better than the normal version is for $195, which is not a bad price, because $195, like I mentioned earlier, that is like a price of a third party figure. In this angle, it's not that bad. You know, he got the cut here, and I mean, let's be honest here, for $195, I mean, don't expect Hot Toys quality from from Asmus, all right? Because there's a big difference here. I mean, if you buy this from Sideshow, they'll charge you tax and shipping, so that's an extra almost $40. Buy this directly from Asmus, you get free shipping. Yes, it might take a little longer, but you also don't pay taxes, you know. So hey, so your $195 will be at most, I would say, around $204, because there's like a international charge on your credit card. The outfit is okay. It's always been good with Asmus. The head sculpt is a bit disappointing because you don't even get this head sculpt. You get this if you get the deluxe version. I don't know why they're mixing them up, because this is $195. So for $195, you get hands, a sword. I mean, you can't even get a Hot Toys now for under $220. So I'm not saying this is Hot Toys quality, but it's closer to a third party price. So my expectations are a bit low. Is the head sculpt good? Nope, not at all. But for me personally, I would get this. And I admit this is not the best looking figure that you would probably own, but hey, I'm okay with it. I need him in my collection. He's the only one I don't have out of my Fellowship. It's like having the Avengers for me without having Tony Stark. So this is the deluxe version. This is where it gets dicey, because now this is Hot Toys price. This is $285 or $295. Let's see, $289. Yeah, this is definitely Hot Toys price. So what are you getting for an extra almost $90? you're getting this base, which is huge. I mean, it looks good. The good news is it's not specifically for, so you can use this if you're into photography, which I am. You can use this for different scenes. And you get this head sculpt, which is the one that's looking forward, which is really nothing to brag about. So for $90, you get this diorama base and this head sculpt. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth $90, to be quite honest with you, but I would still get it. I would say, yeah. This is one of those things where I would just blindly pre-order this and close my eyes and just whatever, get it over with. After that, Aragorn, I'm probably gonna be done with Asmus up until Gandalf, like the Crown release, and then I'm done. Unless they release Lurtz or Sauron or what? That's the big guy from The Hobbit. That's it. But that's it. Yeah, Erwin says, hope Asmus takes on Sauron eventually. I hope so. And then diecast, man, that would be great. Erwin's would love to see a Purple Rain Prince with proper Blitzway treatment. Oh man, yeah. Then Blitzway aren't they gonna do another weird one? Man, I forgot. Is it Elvis or something? Man, Blitzway is just on a roll right now. Kev says, saw you pick up Aquaman's second party hair head sculpt. Looks worthy. Oh yeah, I did do what, Kev? It's not here yet, but I hope it looks good. All right, let's go down to the chat again. Oh, there's a third party Aquaman tattoo. I didn't even know that. Kev says Asmus Gandalf is gonna triple in value for sure. I hope so. I mean, if the final product looks somewhere close to the prototype for $350, that's a steal. Rooted hair and beard, and they told me that I can buy the sculpt separately because I think the my outfit is still pretty good. So I'll stick with that. Austin, hey, what's up, Austin? Erwin says Asmus clothing is great, and I agree with you with the head sculpt. Yeah, but good value for the price of $1.6. Yeah, Asmus, I think it's in their prices are fair. They're in conjunction with like 3.0, which is like they're not as good as Hot Toys, but at the same time, you're not paying the same price as Hot Toys. So, it's a give and take. I'm okay with that. I'm not paying the premium that Hot Toys, so I'm not getting the premium paint application of Hot Toys. So. Austin says, have you seen Justin review on Hot Toys Spider-Man 2099? No, I've not, Austin. I probably won't because I'm not interested in that figure at all. Kev says, Elvis, yep. Jimi Hendrix is also on Blitzway. Erwin says, thoughts on Star Ace. They take risk. That's only the positive thing I would tell them with Star Ace. I love some of their products like the 300. I love that. Their head sculpt is hit and miss. Star Ace is in the same category, I would say, as Asmus. If you like weird things, like King Kong, they're all over the place. Blitzway, they released Underworld. Pulp Fiction was pretty good. Are they good as Are they as good as Hot Toys? No, but they're also not as. They also don't price themselves as Hot Toys. So. Again, it depends on the price to product. I'm okay with that. But yeah, to answer your question, Erwin, I like them. Some products I do like, some of them I don't. Kind of like with Hot Toys, So Kev says Asmus weapons beat Hot Toys. I agree, Kev. Most of their swords are die-cast. Most of their accessories are well detailed. So you're kind of getting your money's worth when it comes to that. So now their head sculpt, again, it's a hit or miss. If you can live with that, then you'll be happy, which I was able to. I mean, I got like 17 Asmus figure here and I don't know, 10 or 12 Star Ace. So Nick says, I have the Superman Blade Runner on the way and it looks amazing. I haven't heard of that company, but from what I heard from Collecting Weekly guys, they're pretty good. This is one thing that I didn't even know existed. Let me show you this, guys. It is, I guess the name is Mob Boss. I don't know. Can you guys see this? So Hot Toys produced this, like the Godfather, a while back. Let's see. Now, mind you, I don't know if this is how it's gonna look like. I did pre-order this guy, so if it does come close to this, I'll be pretty happy. I guess they're like 179. I mean, look at this picture right here. This looks great, man. This looks like Hot Toys quality. So this is apparently, these are the guys, because I've never heard of the company, Present Toys. They made the Django or whatever. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but apparently it comes with a chair, cap, and a glass. So if you missed out on the Hot Toys version, which most people did, unless you bought it for like $800, this might be a good stand-in, so this one is a bit rough. I'm not going to lie. This picture right here, yeah, I don't know about that. But if this is this one, I can live with that. I don't know. I think it's 179. So for 179, you get this cool chair, a cat, and a glass. See, if this is the guy, I mean, I'm okay with that. If this is the one that you're getting, I mean, I guess it's not that bad either. And you get this chair. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's okay, so. Kev says, Star Ace, The Bride, definitely displaying with my Pulp Fiction Gangster Kingdom jewels. And yep, Kev, I got that Pulp Fiction as well. That's pretty good. Austin says he heard that Hot Toys is working on a racing suit Tony. That makes sense, Austin, because they announced like Whiplash, and I think this is their window to re-release Mark V. And if they do that, I'll get them too. Erwin says, yep. He was a grail back then. Him and Leonidas was super expensive back in the day. So to get him in a third-party figure, because I'm never going to pay their asking price for the Godfather figure. Never. So I'll be okay with a third-party one. Kev says, Brandon, yeah, Jorel, the crazy prices, man. Not going to do that. Kai's asking, how do you feel about 3-0 Game of Thrones? To me, they are hit or miss, but I buy them all and modify, customize the misses. I'm big into customs. Good for you, Kai. I don't have the, I guess, the talent or the know-how to customize something or the patience, but 3-0 in the category of Asmus, I can live with that, with their mistakes with the head sculpt. I'm okay with it because their prices, I believe, is reasonable. I think I bought the Jon Snow for $179. So that's like a third-party figure. I'm okay with it. Their Rambo, though, I'm really excited for the 3-0 Rambo. It looks great. So, can't wait for that. Oh, and Austin is asking, does defects bother you when it comes to your Hot Toys figure? Yeah, Austin, I kind of hold Hot Toys to a higher standard. And rightfully so. They're the best of the best, so you got to expect the best from them. So it does bother me when they release something. I'm a bit more forgiving with 3-0, for example, because they're like almost $70 less. So when it comes to Hot Toys, I'm a bit critical, and sometimes I get accused of being hater by Hot Toys. I'm not. I got a gazillion Hot Toys, but again, I hold them to a higher standard. They won't be perfect because there's nothing is perfect, but there's things that kind of unforgivable that you can't overlook. So that's just my take on it. So if you are, if you just look at Hot Toys, everything with rose-colored glasses, then it's your choice. But I think it's fair to call them out every once in a while. Like they got some good pieces, man. I can't say nothing about, for example, the Punisher from Daredevil, Mark V. They're Mark 7, close to perfect. But when it comes to like when you get the Star Wars, the
the Princess Leia's and the Jawas and all that stuff. You know, I'm a bit critical when it comes to that. And man, Austin is asking, are you OCD like me? I don't know how OCD you are, Austin, but I'm a little bit too. Yeah, you know, like I can't, you know, if something's wrong, you know, like a paint chip or something, you know, it kind of bothers me. So Kai says, yeah, when it comes to certain IPs, I love them so much. They have to be as accurate as possible. 3-0 is amazing. Everything else, it's just the head sculpt are hit or miss. And, you know, Kai, I agree. 3-0, everything else, you know, like even Hot Toys, they still have a hit or miss. They have more hits than misses, though. That's what I would say to Hot Toys. And Hot Toys' worst head sculpt still has pretty good paint application. With 3-0, every once in a while you get a crappy paint application, so bad that it feels like it'll be better if you buy a custom one from eBay for $30. You know, I've seen some of those. Like the Rick Grimes was pretty bad. You know, like it doesn't even have a neck. I was like, what the heck? I sold it right away. But again, I'm more forgiving with those guys than with Hot Toys. Is it unfair? Nope. Because Hot Toys is the best of the best, man. You gotta, you know, look at them with the fine comb tooth, you know, fine tooth comb. So that's just my take on it. So Kev says the third-party Aquaman thing is from AR Toys. Yeah, I think you're right, Kev. I think you're right. I did buy the Aquaman. I forgot the name, Art Toys or something. Let's see how it looks out. It's like $30, so whatever. Let's see here. Austin says, yeah, he's very OCD. I hate paint skips and paint chips. Yeah, Austin, and you know what that bothers me too? Like if I lose an accessory, and it rarely happens, but let's say I was moving a figure and I lost, for example, it's very tiny, like the John Wick pencil. Man, I comb all over the house just to find. I did find it, but it was driving me nuts if I can't find it. Gerard says, why do collectors care so much for brown shippers with Hot Toys? Gerard, if you are selling, that helps. If you are keeping the box, I don't understand why you would throw away the brown shipper. If you are crushing the box, I agree. But brown shipper, if you're keeping the box, why just not keep the brown shipper then? You know, that's my take on it. I'm not a brown shipper collector, but when I sell something, I feel like it just shows that you took care of your figure more because you even cared to, you know, keep the brown shipper. That's just my take. If I'm buying from someone, if you're now, I don't get it for collectors who keeps the box and throw away the brown shipper. I get it. You're going to crush the box because they're pretty much the same size. But if you're keeping the box and throwing the brown shipper, that does not make any sense to me. So. But there are some people who just cares about brown shipper too, J-Rod. So don't make no mistake about that. That is weird. So if you buy something, you know, like on eBay and it doesn't have a brown shipper, and if you're making a fuss out of that, then I don't, especially for the ones who doesn't intend to sell their figures. So that's a bit weird, I must admit. But Austin is asking, do you ever think about oxidation and gases being released from Hot Toys figures? No, I do not. No. So Kev says, I display my boxes and cleared out a giant closet of effing shipper boxes. Okay, so if you display your boxes, then that makes sense. But I see some guys who keep their boxes and and throw away the brown shipper. I mean, the brown shipper is what, like a few inches more than the box. Now I get it, like Kevin, if you are displaying the figure, for example, this and the brown and the box is behind that, I get it. I'm in no liberty to do that, as you can see here. So I keep my boxes inside the shipper and then I keep the boxes. So if you're like me, who's just displaying their figures, if you want to throw the box, the brown shipper, throw away the box too. So now you're going to save some space, man. If you see my garage, just full of boxes, it's annoying, but collector's life, you know. So, but Kev, I want to see your display piece because I've seen some guys like Dean Knight, man. He got a nice display where the figures are behind the art boxes. It looks so clean. It looks so clean. I wish I could do something like that, but my space would not allow me to do that. So J-Rod says, I feel like some buyers want a discount without the shipper. That's crazy though, but I guess, you know what, like kind of, it doesn't bother me because you can ask how much you want for your figure, right? Like if I want to sell this Groot for $1,000, that's my right. Doesn't mean it's gonna get sold for 1,000, but that's my right. But when they announced, but go on eBay and you would see some ridiculous prices for some figures that are not even on demand. I get it if it's Anakin Skywalker, but you'll see like something that did like this Captain America who's still available in Sideshow, and they're selling it on eBay for like $400. I was like, dude, are you hoping that somebody's stupid enough to buy it? Or let's say that Cable, the Toys Era Cable. So when Hot Toys announced that they have Cable, the owners of Toy Era Cable are selling theirs. We're gonna assume that the Hot Toys version is better, right? But goddamn, they're selling their Cable for more expensive than Hot Toys. I don't get it. Again, you can sell however you want, but it was like, we saw the announcement too, guy. We saw Hot Toys is gonna come out. So I guess the argument is, do you want Cable now, or do you want to wait a year from now? If you want it now, then pay $350. So that is one thing that you are gonna regret if you do that, because once a year from now, and you see the Hot Toys Cable version, you're gonna be like, God damn, I should have waited because I would have gotten a better figure, presumably, and a cheaper figure. So but if somebody wants to buy that, not gonna stop them, man. Not gonna stop them. Erwin's asking top 3 Hot Toys Iron Man figure. Ooh, top 3. I would say so far, I'm pretty sure at the end of it, I'm gonna put 85 as my number 1, Battle Damage 85. But since it's not out yet, I'm going with 50 as my 1. My second one would be 7 diecast, and my third one would be probably 4 Mark IV diecast. So in that order. Bad Boy for Life saying, you are so right. I think some of the seller are crazy. I've seen Hot Toys Superman going 400. Really, Bad Boy, I'm telling you, man. I was like, dude, are we blind? Bad Boy, I hope you're talking about the Justice League Superman, because we were like, dude, I can see it. It's still available at Sideshow. I was like, why are you selling it for 400? Why? I think they're hoping some stupid guy would buy that. So I don't know. So I don't know, man. Austin says, is asking, do you think about your Hot Toys figures daily basis? Absolutely not, Austin. What I do think about sometimes, it'll come to my mind throughout the day is what I'm gonna do next. What kind of video am I gonna do next? How would I get the most out of these figures? Because we spend a lot of money. Imagine those 4 guys. That's like $1,000 in real money. So that is crazy that they're just standing there. So Kev says, good favorite Adam Driver in movie. Logan Lucky, just buy it. Such a fun bank robbery. Oh man, I've never seen that movie. I gotta check that out. I believe that is on Amazon Prime as well. So I gotta check that out. J-Rod says, I seen the Superman Hot Toys already low stock on Sideshow. How much do you think the Snyder Cut will affect the price when it's sold out? Oh man, tremendously. Did you see what happened to Aquaman, J-Rod? Man, Aquaman sold out, and people are buying it. I don't understand. Aquaman was sitting on the shelf. This Aquaman from Justice League, sitting on the shelf for so long. The moment it sold out, people just panicked, and people were saying it's a bad figure. It's not a good figure. It's also not horrible. I've seen worse. It's not the best. I actually think the other Aquaman, I don't know, you can't see it. The Aquaman from the single movie is better, in my opinion. This one's better articulated if you see my comparison video. But the other one just has so much presence on the shelf. He's bigger, like he's bulkier and all that stuff. So, but yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, get that Superman from Justice League. Just get it. worst case scenario, I wish I would have gotten that what's his name from Star Wars. Every Star Wars figure I wish I would have gotten, because I have every opportunity to get it, but now they're all expensive. I could have just gotten them to resell, so Irwin says Snyder Cut will bring out Hot Toys Justice League Cyborg. Maybe, Irwin. I would love to see that, even though I might not buy it though. I'm happy with this 4. So if they do release it, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get it. I might not. I'm leaning towards not, because I feel like that's gonna be a $300 figure, and I know nothing about Cyborg outside of he was in the movie. I was never interested in him. So, but if I might complete it then, So yeah, I got the Superman right there. So yeah, and that Aquaman right there, and I got this, Batman. So, Austin says, don't forget the Mezco 1989 Batman figure coming out next month. You know what, Austin? I think that's sold out everywhere too. That kind of sucks. But also, I wanted to go to Mezco at one point, because I was watching a whole lot of videos from Cletus and kind of got into that. So I pre-ordered some Mezco. But then again, now I'm leaning towards one third party, because I thought about it this way. I was going to go with Mezco for the figures that Hot Toys are not doing, like the X-Men. I like X-Men. That was my thing growing up. So it kind of stuck on me. So I was going to do an X-Men just Mezco. But since I discovered this, the Toys era, and it sounds weird because I know they exist, but I just never really paid attention to them. So now I bought the Cyclops from Toys era for $160. And imagine the Mezco Cyclops is $100. So for $60 more, I get a 6-scale Cyclops. I bought Beast. I bought Quicksilver. I told you guys, I got crazy with his third-party figures. I went nuts. I'm addicted to it now. I think I bought 9 or 8 figures in the span of 1 week. It's almost $1,000. It was crazy. I sold a bunch of figures. I think I made $2,000 on the figures that I sold, but I spent them all again. It's like I'm like a gambler. I won some and then I lost it all again. So crazy. I know. I thought I was getting out of this, but I guess not. Erwin says, do you think it's necessary to do figures in diecast like that holographic Iron Man? I would say, though, Erwin, if they're in diecast, I think we can kind of justify it more. Does it make it better as diecast? Owning a bunch of Iron Man that are plastic back in the day, I would say so, because those plastic feels clumsy. Or sometimes is our brain just cheating us? Maybe. But here's what I would say, though. I would take diecast any day. Is it necessary? I would say so too, because I think the paint. Remember the paint, Irving, back in the day, it would turn pink. So with diecast, those problems were kind of solved, unless the hands. I don't know if you guys noticed the open palm hands of your Iron Man. If you leave them in the box, they would still go pink because the same rubber that they used. And a lot of people would say, well, stop saying that. It doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, it happened to my Mark 43 back, so I don't know what to tell you. Even if it's die-cast, the hands are not die-cast. They're still rubber. So Mario says, I was making payments. Oh, yeah, Mario, I read about that. Yeah, the Aquaman, and got waitlisted. Oh, you got lucky and you found it on Pop Culture, waiting till Friday to get soups. Hopefully Sideshow won't cancel again. Hey, man, you got $25 out of it, right, Mario? So, and J-Rod says, what do you think of X-Men versus Sentinel Diorama Iron Studios? J-Rod, man, huge X-Men fan. The cartoons, though, I would have gotten it if it's not $2,000. I would have gotten it. That would be your ultimate X-Men display. Man, it's just too big and it's too expensive. Too big and too expensive, man. Kev says, did anyone see any Jaws news from NECA? Oh, no, I don't know about them. Kev never didn't pay attention to NECA's news lately. Austin says, do you think Hot Toys is going to reissue Iron Man Mark IV? Not now, Austin, because I think they're still waitlisted at Sideshow, and they're kind of newer. If anything, they'll do Mark 5, maybe 46, maybe. Erwin says, yup, hands do get pink. My Mark 50 hand is starting to go. See, and Mark 50 was pretty new. And people were calling me crazy that, it's like, stop saying that. It hasn't happened in a while. Dude, the hands are still rubber. They're not die cast. So I don't know what they're doing, but they got to do something about it. Kev says, also heard someone say that Hasbro might re-release that huge Return of the Jedi Jabba barge. Oh, wow. I mean, a lot of Star Wars fans are going to be happy. I know Mario and Danny are Star Wars fans, and I was going to talk about this too. All right, man, I'm at an hour 20. Okay. I was going to talk about this earlier. So I kind of feel, I know what it feels now to be a Star Wars fan. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I always wondered, like with Star Wars fans, they would buy different troopers. And troopers are not badass. Even if you're a Star Wars fan, you got to admit they can't even hit anything. They look cool, but they're not intimidating. There's stormtroopers, but shore trooper is really expensive. Any troopers outside of the trilogy, the last trilogy that we have, are almost always expensive. And I was never a Star Wars fan, and Star Wars is such a big universe and I watch other streams, and I never got why they would buy anything. That's, to me, I watch every Star Wars movies that are not that major part, but being a Lord of the Rings fan, I kind of find myself in a similar situation. So I was like, okay, so maybe that's how they feel, because like I said, I just bought that Twilight Witch King, which showed up in the movie and for maybe 5 minutes, and I bought it for $150, but then again, it's only $150, so, but I see some Star Wars fans. I bought that. I'm thinking of buying Faramir, which is not even a good character. So I guess that's why that's how Star Wars fans feels. If something comes up with like that Wicked, it's a $200 bear, man, a $200 small bear, and they were buying it, and I never got them up until I realized that I'm freaking the same way, only with Lord of the Rings. So I don't know, man. We collectors are crazy. So I don't know. I kind of felt that way. I don't know if Mario, if you're that way, or if you're more selective with your Star Wars collection, though. But okay, let's go back. Hope Civil War Mark 46 gets reissues. That goes away way too much nowadays. I don't know how much they go for now, Erwin, because I sold mine for $700. I hope that was a good price. Austin says, air oxidation is what causes Iron Man hands color to fade. You know what I noticed, and there's no scientific explanation for this, Austin, or anyone who has Iron Man. I kept my Iron Man hands in the box because I thought they were safer there, and they actually turned pink. But once I took him out of the box and put him on one of those containers that I used, never turned pink. So maybe the air is helping. I don't know. So, and J Rod says, I always laugh watching Star Wars Troopers got Stevie Wonder vision. Isn't that, like, I don't know, man. There's nothing badass about those stormtroopers. Nothing. But they look cool. And I feel the same way with my Lord of the Rings. I keep on looking up because that's where I keep my Lord of the Rings. And I was like looking at myself, like, God damn, I'm like a Star Wars fan. I'm buying things that are irrelevant, but I'm buying them because they're a part of that universe and they look cool. So J-Rob says, are you getting the Jazz Inc. Justice Mobile? Absolutely not. Not because it's bad, because it's too big and too expensive for my liking as well. Everyone says a $200 bear. A bear. It does look like a bear. Sorry, but yeah. Mario says, I have a completionist mentality with Hot Toy Star Wars, so yeah, I'm getting all the troopers and bears. Hey, Mario, man, we're collectors, man. There's no logic to what we do. Is it logical to buy all these stupid things behind me and next to me? This is probably worth, I'm probably surrounded by around $4,000. That's supposed to go to my kids' education, but they're standing right next to me. So there's no logic to that. So Christopher Green, do you have Hot Toys Advanced Suit Spider-Man, and what do you think about it? Yes, I do. I'm torn between buying it or 3-0 Optimus Prime? Okay, I got both, Christopher. I am more impressed with Optimus Prime, but you're going to ask yourself, if you like both equally, which is more likely to sell out first, Advanced Suit or Optimus? I would say Advanced Suit. So it depends on who you like better. So you always go with the one that's going to cost a lot of money down the line. If you're only going to get one, absolutely one. And if you get Optimus, you're not going to think about Hot Toys Advanced Suit ever again. I would say go Optimus. I'm more impressed with him. He's also cheaper. With this, at the same token, don't buy Optimus Prime, by the way, Christopher. Don't buy it at Sideshow because it's $50 more. Buy it at Big Bad because it's only $189 at Big Bad. If you're gonna get both eventually, then get the Advanced Suit first because I feel like that is gonna sell out first. I mean, look at 3-0 Bumblebee. He's still available. I got mine like 2 years ago. So, okay, let's see. Austin's asking, do you plan on collecting for a very long time? I don't know, Austin, man. I mean, it's getting expensive, but now I discovered this third party, so it might extend the life of my collection. I've been collecting for 10 years now. And by that, it's like high-end figures. I have that. I have a new plan for my channel that I'm gonna do some more cinematic look at these figures. Hopefully that pans out well. Hopefully it does. And when it does, hopefully I get, it's going to be more enjoyable for me. But buying it at a rate that I was buying 2-3 years ago, probably not, Austin. I'm still going to collect though, J-Rob, what are your thoughts on Hot Toys not making a Black Manta from the Aquaman movie? It sucks, but I understand. It's probably not going to sell, J-Rob. I'm not going to lie. I love the Aquaman movie. Like the movie. Okay, not love. Okay, I like the movie. Would I buy that? Black Manta's probably going to be around $300. Nope, not going to buy it. So. Mario says the Special Clone Troopers, like the Commanders and our Troopers, are more badass. To me, they're more military. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree, Mario. They all look the same to me, but then again, they all matters to you guys. So if you guys are, you probably feel the same way with Lord of the Rings. Like the orcs looks all the same. So, Kev says, do you collect more than 1/6? I'll stick to 1/6. Yeah, Kev, I collect more than 1/6. I collect like 1/12 Storm collectibles as well. I have a few 1/9, which is my Enter Bay, but mostly 1/6. They look like dolls, and my friends give me shit about it, but it's all right. I like 1/6. Perfect scale in my opinion. Like you can appreciate the details, yet not too big to take up enough space, in my opinion. Because 1/12, yes, they don't take up space, but they're also too small for me. So Austin is asking if you could keep 2 Hot Toys figures, who would they be? I would say right now, like pure love, DX11 and DX13. Those 2, yeah. If we're talking about price, I'll keep the Anakin because he's really expensive nowadays. Erwin says Star Wars is also my main line, and I took a dive with the MCU now. I know what you mean, Erwin. See, I don't even like Star Wars that much, but I have like 9 figures of them. I thought it was only 5, but I didn't count the 2 Stormtroopers and what is his name? I forgot from this new movie. So I got him too. So, all right, let's see. Kev says a decade and 1/6 here too. Time flies waiting for toys. I agree, Kevin. Man, time flies. I've been like almost reviewing for almost a decade now too. So, all right. Mari says Rogue 1/6 had an interesting topic that I couldn't answer personally, but where does everyone see their collection and collecting habits in 10 years? Well, I can speak for that, Mark, because I've almost been collecting for 10 years, just growing. In the next 10 years, I'll probably slow down. But then again, that's what I thought when I first started. So who knows, man? I think this is just getting better and better, the toys. So as long as you're still having fun, I would say go for it. sell the ones. There's always a buyer for older figures. There's always one. So do not be hesitant to sell your figures if that means you're getting, as long as you're getting enjoyment out of them. And I would suggest to you guys to, when you buy a figure, enjoy them. Don't just buy them, put them on the shelf or your detolf, and then move on to the next one, because that would be, take pictures of them, show them off, put them in different poses. If you have to sell them, but don't treat them as, don't be attached to them so much, because you can use that money to buy other figures. So, and be smart about it, especially with DC and Marvel. They constantly update, even with Star Wars. So, Kev says, I guess we will never see that Aliens Ripley power loader. Yeah, I highly doubt it, Kevin. Yeah, we're never going to see any of those ever. There's a lot of things that they show off on cons that would never, ever be made, like ever. So, do you guys want anything that Hot Toys to do, or any third party? Because like I said, I have my guys in 1/6 corner that is asking. I guess they have some contacts in third party that can do certain things. So if you guys have any ideas, shoot me up on that, because I can let them know. Because I guess they're trying to test the waters on which one would sell. Although the mouse, which is Disney, is cracking down on them, man. They made 1/6 corner take down some of their Marvel figures. I guess they're paying attention to who's selling bootleg and who's not. So now they're like blurring out the pictures. They started with Joker, and they made him take down those Tony Stark table, the light up ones. I mean, I guess I can see it from their standpoint, from Disney's standpoint. They're not making any money out of it, so I guess I would take them down too if I owned the IP for those. But man, I'm going for the small people around here, man. So I don't know. All right, let me take a look and what's going on here. Okay. All right, you guys want to watch? If you guys have any suggestions for me, like I said, I'm going to be free starting the week after next week. Not going to work. I'm on vacation for a long time. So if you guys want talk about any movies or TV show that you want me to watch, I'm open, because I've seen every episode of Dateline now. And it's pretty sad. But yeah, I'm open to anything. And Mario says, don't mess with a mouse. I've heard they're cracking down harder next year. Man, I know, Mario. I feel bad because my guys at 1/6 corner were just starting to get to know each other, and then trying to take down some of my Marvel figures. That's why I bought all those X-Men. So I'm afraid that they can't show it anymore. But if you guys are looking for any third party that's not on the site, just let me know, because I can ask them. Because they did take down those hands for what's his name? Doctor Strange. Those hands that are popping out for $90. They made him take it down. It's like, Hot Toys is never going to make that ever. Why mess with that? I don't know. Oh, Mario says check out Knives Out. Man, I've seen that, Mario. I didn't know that the director is the one that PJ hates. Ryan Johnson, I think his name is. Man, that's a great movie, Mario. I think that was a good movie. I want to see more of that. So Mario, if you have any recommendations for something like that, I would love to hear that. But yeah, that was a great movie. Kev says, did you order Robin from Toys Era the Air? No, Kevin. I don't even know that exists. I'll check that out. I've seen So Toys. Is it Iceman or Man of Ice or something? That looks great. I might take that. Austin says, I have the Avengers cartoon marathon. I gotta take a look. I've never seen any cartoons yet from Avengers, so I might take a look at that. I've seen what is his name? Robert recommended that Apocalypse War. I did watch it. It was okay. I liked it. Oh, Aaron says Looper. That's a good movie too. So I guess Ryan Johnson is a good director then. Just messed up with that Star Wars, I suppose. You know what? Maybe I have a different opinion because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I didn't thought it was that bad. But I can see diehard Star Wars fan getting mad at it, but it looks like, man, I don't know, how do you pronounce his name? Ryan Johnson looks like a pretty legit director. Then, oh, the Four Rooms, Quentin Tarantino, man, I gotta see that too. All right, I'm taking notes here. I'm taking notes. Quentin Tarantino is like a weird director, though, man. His movies are kind of strange, but I'll give it a shot. What was that? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I tried watching that. I didn't last that long. I don't know. Maybe it's just too slow for me. Maybe I'm just getting old. Speaking of getting old, man, who was that? So my neighbor is having a party last week, and I was having a party too for my birthday. And so they were playing songs that I have never heard of because I'm old. And we have a playlist that says new songs, but the songs were from 2010. That's where you know you're old, because you labeled your playlist new songs and the songs were from 2010. God. it's pretty sad. And not only that, the songs from that, it's not even from 2010. Some of them from 2010, but mostly it's 90s songs. So god damn. I guess it's passing by me now. Maria says Hollywood wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Okay, I might finish it. I think that was on I don't know where I watched it. Fandango or something. Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't finish it for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm looking for some good movies lately, or TV shows. I tried that Arrow, because I've never seen Arrow before. It was okay. It was okay. Kev says 80s rock old dude. Man, I got that too, Kev. Hey man, I got a playlist that's full of Aerosmith and I don't know, it's Guns N' Roses 80s. I guess, some Metallica there. So I was playing those, and then my neighbor is playing their Post Malone on the other side. So we're just like fighting. It was intense. It was intense. Okay, Austin says, have you been pissed off a Hot Toys figure that broke by accident? Austin, it was my Darth Vader A New Hope. The belt just broke for whatever reason, man. I was so pissed because I traded a Wolverine for that. I hated that figure. That is a stupid figure to begin with because it talks, but you got to take out the battery first. That's so dumb. Erwin says Mindhunter. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. If it's like 7, all right. I'm going to write it down. Mindhunter. Who's in there, Erwin? I've never heard of that movie before. All right. I'm going to write it down. I'm gonna, and guys, give me an idea. Shoot me on if you. I hope you guys are on my Facebook page, so you can. That's the best way to communicate with me. So if you give me some ideas there for next stream, like top 5, whatever, bad figures, good figures, figures that break. I have that on my mind, so we can throw it on the next stream. What else is in there? Oh, all right. What is this? Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, it's my contact. All right. Cool. Oh, The Boys. Mario says Ozark on Netflix, Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO, and I'm sure you've seen The Boys on Amazon. I'm hearing good stuff about Umbrella's Academy on Netflix. Yeah, me too. Is that Umbrella's Academy is not related to Resident Evil, is it? Because the Umbrella Corporation. I don't know. Austin says have an MCU marathon. Austin, I've done that, man. It was terrific, by the way. I've done that on the beginning of pandemic, and it was beautiful. I did it on sequence as well because I got all the movies. I actually own the movies on hard copies. And I wish I got, and when Best Buy went on, they had a sale for like steel books. I'm a sucker for steel books too. I don't know, man. Us collectors are just we find ways to fill our house with useless stuff. With everything now digital, I decided to collect steel books. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys all digital too? Because I can understand going digital, less clutter. Um, it's available anytime you want. Most TVs are smart TVs anyway, so you don't have to physically insert the movies. But in my opinion, like if you buy a physical copy, well, unfairness to me, those 4K movies, when they went on sale on Steelbooks, they were $10 each. So I bought every Steelbooks that I can get, even though I already have them. So I bought them because I love Steelbooks, and then they have digital copy anyway. So I used the digital copy because it was cheaper to do it that way. But man, my wife was just like, "Why did you buy them again?" It's like, because I do love Steelbooks. Last Masanori, yes sir, yes sir. I can understand you, and I can even speak it. Kev says Cobra Kai third season. Try Peaky Blinders. All right, all right. I'm taking notes, guys. Okay, all right. We got some good hitters in here. But where's Danny, man? Danny got to commit to Breaking Bad, or at least a few episodes of Jojo Rabbit. Last Masanori. Hey, Last Masanori, are you in Pinoy 16 as well? Man, I would love to do a stream there, but I don't know if they're gonna allow me. In Tagalog, of course. Oh, Erwin, you are too? Beautiful, man. I am repping the shirt. I don't know if you saw my Batman shirt here, but yep, that's a flag. Erwin, are you guys member of the OSR? Is Mark still active, by the way? Mark Chua? I know he started like the 16 Republic. I've never seen him since. It's been a while. Kev says Jojo Rabbit actor looks like Justin from 16. See, I've never seen that, so. Mari says, searching great flick. Entire movie takes place on a MacBook. Damn. Oh, Austin's asking DC why? I don't know what you're asking, Austin. Why DC? Oh, you're talking about the shirt? Hey, man, I love Batman, man. Hey, I love every superhero movie. Heck, I even like Fantastic Four. A lot of people hated that movie. I just love every superhero movie, man. The more superhero movie we have, the better. Even the ones that I don't really enjoy. What is that? Luke Cage and the girl. I forgot her name. I don't really enjoy that, but hey, Austin, I got a Marvel shirt too, man. Hey, I'm a man of many affiliations, so Adam Driver, man. That guy's cool. All right, guys. So almost at 2 hours. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna put the link after the stream. You'll see it again in the description. Do me a favor, just vote the picture in there for me. This is like an Asmus thing. They dropped me. I don't know if you guys know about that. So Asmus is not working with me anymore. Although I do like the Lord of the Rings, so I'm gonna continue to support them. But I just want to show them that they kind of made a mistake on that. So if you guys just do me a favor and just like that picture, so I would So maybe I would destroy the other guys there. So cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you again next week. And if you haven't done so, just go on Facebook. I know I talked to a bunch of you guys in Facebook, so I can get some tips here. So I'm running out of ideas. I don't want to do I want to have some structure in here, so I'm open to anything. So as far as the stream goes. All right. Later, guys.